each other, they gonna build that. And that's what happened probably.
I ain't worried about that. We're in the hood, shoot a side video, 3630. That's what it is. I was with this shit start, tell this shit out. You're the head man in charge of the play, right? You're the head man in charge of the play.
So that's even worse.
Okay, you lead the play and you got just say.
Not necessarily because I have a assistant director, and if I
listen, let me tell you something, yo. No, let me.
If I ain't training her right, then I ain't doing my job.
No. Let me explain something to you. When you a boss, that shit is run through your fucking veins.
No, there's only one Cornelius Adams.
Let me tell you something. When you're a leader, that shit is in your blood.
Right. That's
if they draw your blood, the shit will say leader coming out of that.
She may can do the play, but it ain't gonna be.
I don't care how you pass it down. Let me tell you something.
Call him made a statement.
Hold on, did I call? 1 second. Let me tell you something. I don't care how much training you put that person in, right? You can sit them down and show them every nick and cranny you do.
Absolutely right.
That shit will not run the same once you're away from it.
It's not gonna have my thing. It's not gonna have my stance. It's not gonna have my personality.
That shit can't be passed down, yo.
Right, you're right. Yeah,
that's
true.
Right.
You can't pass that down.
But it shouldn't though, right? But so say if that happens, say something happened to me, right? Hopefully, if I taught my assistant director enough.
What homeboy you heard ever took over a opportunity and it came out right? But
this is the thing. What you're saying is absolutely correct. But this is the most important part about it. It shouldn't be the same. You got to find your own niche. Yeah. You got to find your own way how to be great. So
that shit is in you. You can't.
No, but what I'm saying.
No, you're not saying it. You're saying
I don't expect my
the next man should find their own niche to be great too.
They not. That's what I'm trying to tell you. This is. It's only the person.
But listen, this is what I'm saying. So say something happened to me, my assistant director did the play.
People that got a niche don't look for it.
But listen, what I'm saying. So my assistant director directing my play.
Do you look for your niche? Do people say, look how you?
No, that's what I'm trying to tell you. But listen, that's what I'm trying to tell you. If she had to do my play right, initially it may not have my feel, right? Because she might be trying to emulate my feel. You can't emulate what I do, right? And so it may my people that come
find
out,
your own lane.
Right. The people that's coming out to see my thing. She may not really be able to duplicate that, but she may be still do the play. But in her doing that, say if I'm out of the play business all in itself, now she needs to say, he left me with a blueprint. How can I take his blueprint and now put my own thing to it? Because he gave me a blueprint.
Right.
How can I make this
my own spin? That's right.
Put my own spin.
Hold on, Mo. Before you get there, because
go ahead.
All right, Carla said they're hustling for tennis shoes and belts that doesn't hold their pants up. Good. Facts.
Yeah,
God damn, hit the bell on that shit.
But
Jesus Christ.
I think even at the end of the day, I think, we all need mentors. Even we was little on the streets, even the guys that was hustling,
You do
hold
need
on,
mentors.
hold on. I'm gonna speak on that. Now, because we talk about this all the time.
Even all the dudes in our neighborhood that was getting all the money, they was sponsoring basketball leagues. They was, they was very much in the neighborhood.
Okay,
Trust me, I know people still today. That's how you
let's go back
pay
to
for the
that.
team.
Let's go back to that.
Then we had that conversation.
I just said that. That's what I just asked. Why none of these dudes are getting no money?
Right.
They can't even afford to fund a youth league,
Because
a youth basketball team.
But before it comes to that, we're wondering why. That's what we're saying. We're wondering why the mentality doesn't pass on. It doesn't, because it has to be. Listen, it can only happen from the individual.
Well, not
you get what I'm saying? It's the individual.
Yeah, but there's not a lot of money out there now. Like they got with the boots.
Yo, it doesn't matter if you put me out there right now.
I'm gonna get money.
I will make it work.
I'm gonna make it work.
I know that. I know that for a
But
fact.
for me, I sell.
Not saying that something won't happen. I'm just saying in general.
I'll be selling pillowcases.
Because it's no difference from when I went out there before.
I got the pillowcase.
We went out there with nothing. There was nothing there.
But again, like we come from a different breed where we gonna make something happen. At the end of the day, we gonna make something happen, right?
I walk through neighborhoods, don't give a who's standing out there saying, look, I got Teslas up here, everybody come on over, they mad, who that is? What, I'm just saying, Jim, let me not even go too deep in that, but let's just talk about the real mentality. The real mentality is that it's hard to put leadership inside someone, yo. It's pressure.
Yes,
Sure. We just had that conversation last week. You asked me about, you said, yo, I care about the crew leadership. Yo, I care, you don't care about, yeah, I do care about the people that's working under me, but I'm saying in general, as a boss, I know if it takes me to have to cut somebody, whether they taking care of their family, whatever, if it's going to bring down the entire what's going on, they have to be cut. But you got to be able to draw blood. That's just how it works.
And good leaders know how to go to their personnel and say, yo, you're an outstanding fucking Indian. You got to be real with your people. Yo, you're not the fastest running motherfucker. But you can.
Yo, why Shark Tank, yo?
You know what I mean?
It's people coming there crying, saying my mother got AIDS, my daughter got one eye. They say you don't have the talent that we need right now. We'll talk to you another time. It ain't that they're being mean.
It's not that
it's
you
just
mean.
in general, like, I'm just saying in general, as a boss, right? As men, see, people can't, if you're not a boss, I don't want to talk to you. Because everybody I know as a boss has made harsh decisions that's not favorable for everyone.
You have to have some level of shrewdness, yo.
I'm glad you said my father.
You have to have some level of shrewdness.
My father said that same, and it was passed down from my grandfather, and my grandfather told
Middle,
he said, a real man will make decisions
Uncomfortable
that are
decisions.
not favorable to the masses 90% of the time. When you look at leaders and bosses and stuff, they're making decisions that the average man mentally cannot make. Because he can't, and the reason why, they can't take the ridicule from
They come with it.
They come with it. You know what I mean? When you see niggas getting money and you eat, not just in drugs, people with companies.
I'm gonna give you a prime example.
You talking about you pass it, I'm gonna say one last thing. You talking about you pass it down to this person, you might pass it down to your sister person. Then what about if I'm at this crew, right? I'm one of the people that play. I said, look, man, my mortgage is due. But this is the money to pay for the play. They said, oh damn. Yo, I don't want that man to get put out. I'm gonna just give him this money and screw the whole play up.
Nigga, you better do that fucking play. And find out the way to
yo, businessmen will have to make decisions. Go ahead.
Middleman on it. They have to be receptive to learn, change, and do better.
But that's basically what we're saying.
Yeah.
In the whole conversation, nothing shell. That's what we're saying.
That's just like a prime example. Prime example, the Jay-Z situation.
What, with Dame Dash now?
No, not even that. The situation with the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
You know how many people jumped on him and gave how much backlash he took from that?
All them retarded.
But he understood the whole time because he's a boss.
Everybody
he understood that there will never be change in the NFL if we don't have a voice at the table.
Right, you gotta be at the table.
You have to understand this as a boss.
Yes.
If you're not a boss, you're not gonna understand these things. Mm-hmm. This man took all kind of levels of backlash with that.
Gotta be at the
now
table.
people see.
Look
Look who been performing at the halftime shows. All black people.
You know, and
he getting people of color on that stage that was normally full of white folk. So in order to get change, you have to be at the table.
Gotta be at the table.
You can't be out back throwing rocks at the window, telling motherfucker, "No, yo, we want Nipsey Hussle to rap this at the halftime show." You feel what I'm saying? You have to be in the building. You have to be in the room. This is what bosses do.
And bosses
And this is what people who don't understand that
bosses don't
you
know.
have to have thick skin. You have to be able to take what comes with it for the betterment of what it is that you're doing for your brand.
And that's why bosses spend money like how they spend it. They live luxury like how they love it because they gotta take people.
Exactly.
Don't
Those
think-
are their perks for taking what come with that. Right. It comes with the territory.
See, and people not gonna understand that if you never was a boss. Everybody think you supposed to, share alike. I'm not saying you're supposed to be, but you got to do what's for the betterment of the entirety.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
I need y'all to be honest with me. So I had a situation, right? In hindsight, somebody told me, "Oh, you was wrong," but I'm gonna let y'all. I'm gonna tell the story. But so a young person just did a play. It was like 2 years ago. Did a play. And this conversation came back up. So I went to this person play, and they play at a place that only seated 100 people.
Right.
And we was talking. I was proud of the person, and they was like, "Hey, Cornelius, I'm just like you." I said, "No, the fuck you ain't. How you like me? You just sold out 100. So I'm selling out 1,200 seats.
Right.
1,200 and 100. That's a big ass difference,
Yeah.
right?"
Mm-hmm.
So the person said, "Yo, you got kind of dissed them, right?" I said, "No, that wasn't my intentions, right?" I congratulated them, said you did an outstanding job, but then I felt like for me, they kind of went at me, like, "Yo, we the same." No, we ain't the same. We doing the same thing.
Yeah.
You're right.
We ain't on the same level.
But we ain't on the same level, and I just want you to
Our moves are
understand
different.
how I got here is totally different than how you moving now. You know what I mean? So when I took an offense to that, me personally, like, you know what I mean? And they was like, "No, that person ain't me." I said, "Well, that's how I took it, right? If that wasn't the case, then maybe." But they said I like went at it, and they was like, "Yo, Cornelius arrogant." I said, "Yo, I'm not arrogant. I'm confident." You know what I mean? I
It's
said
a
confident
difference.
and arrogant is two different things.
People
I
don't
say what
know.
I mean.
It's a
I know what
difference.
I'm gonna do. And people hate the guy that says, okay, like you said, it's positive, successful people. They hate those guys that can stand up and talk and predict positivity and successful. They can't. And I don't know why we wanna just hope for people to fail.
Right.
We do.
Yeah, definitely.
We do. Somebody, "Oh, he got it, man. I ain't going." Why you ain't going to his event? Why? You ask somebody if he throw a show. Ask him, "I ain't going to his show." Why?
Couldn't
Yo,
can't give you a good
right.
reason.
Yo,
But you know what the
87,
reason is.
They said 87, he had a mustache. Like, what the fuck? Got a mustache in 87. What they got to do with the show, though? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, facial hair. Like,
Yo,
they go to the show, man.
that's
Show
the
the
truth, though.
but that's what they
It's
do.
the God's honest
They
truth.
can never give you
God's
a
honest
honest, good
They will
reason.
never just flat out say
Right.
because I don't want yo to get money.
Right. That's really what they're
They're-
going to say.
That's what if they didn't if God had a way of just making the truth come across their forehead without them opening their mouth, that's what it would say. I don't want him to get money.
Basically, that's what it is. But
Period. That's what will show up on his
Yeah,
forehead.
it's just crazy. I mean, they would say,
I'm telling you, yo.
"Yo, his sister, I know his sister." What that mean? Okay. You know his sister, what that mean though? And they never be some vague stuff.
So
and,
vague.
And it's like, we gotta do better again. Like,